I did the math. I'm a numbers guy. What we can do ideally is channel the energies of capitalism towards our own well-being, towards our own health and life expectancy, our mental health and freedom from substance abuse, how clean our air and water are, how our kids are doing. And then if we had different measurements aside from stock market prices and GDP, then we could take the best of capitalism and turn it towards things that we can all get excited about. So that's the vision of what I call human capitalism that I would pitch to young people. Well, there's a way to provide Medicare for all that does not prohibit private insurance. And the goal has to be to demonstrate to the American people that this Medicare plan is superior to your current insurance without pulling the rug out from under you and saying that the insurance no longer exists. The money would go to daycare and car repairs we've been putting off and Little League signups and local nonprofits, and all those organizations would end up hiring more people. So this is the trickle-up economy from our people and our communities up. And this would create many, many new jobs. One of the fundamental misconceptions about the freedom dividend is that it somehow mitigates work. It's going to create work, and it's also going to recognize the work we're doing.
Have you gotten to know any of the other candidates well that you didn't know before?
Sure. You know, some of us text each other. You know, we're actually very friendly and collegial. Yeah, I was really touched when Bernie said a few days ago to a reporter, it's like, I like Andrew. I was like, Bernie likes me? That's fantastic. Senator Warren is 100% right that we're in the midst of the most extreme winner-take-all economy in history. And a wealth tax makes a lot of sense in principle. The problem is that it's been tried in Germany, France, Denmark, Sweden, and all those countries ended up repealing it because it had massive implementation problems and did not generate the revenue that they'd projected. It's hard because, you know, I've been with Bernie and most all the other candidates on the trail for months. I mean, I see them every week or so. And so seeing someone and shaking his hand and being on stage with him and everything else, and then seeing him have to go to the hospital like that, I mean, it's like a real sharp blow, particularly because Bernie is such a national hero. But I'm on the record saying the more we focus on Donald Trump, even if it's in the context of impeaching Donald Trump, it's a lost opportunity for us to present a new positive vision that Americans can get excited about. Because when we're talking about Donald Trump, we're losing, even if it's talking about impeaching him.
Now I'm a Yangocrat, but only for Andrew Yang. I'm only here on the Democratic side to vote for Andrew Yang because I would not give you 2 cents for an establishment Democrat, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. So what we got to do is we got to get ahead of the curve. And Andrew Yang is the only one that's talking about it.
Oh, well, Alex, one poll came out that said that I was one of the only candidates in the field that 10% or more of Donald Trump voters say they would support in the general. And the number one criteria that Democrats have for the nominee is beating Donald Trump. So when Dems realize that they have a candidate who can peel off hundreds of thousands of Trump voters and is one of the surest bets to beat him in 2020, that's when you'll see our poll numbers just climb and climb.
Do you think you're going to be the Democratic nominee?
Yeah, 100%.
Andrew Yang continues to impress. He continues to kill it. He's won at every corner of this race, and it should be noted every time you bring up Andrew Yang, he has beaten senators, governors, and congressmen. So if his campaign stops right now, and let's be clear, he won't be the next president. The press, I am happy to say, is reacting in exactly the way we hoped they would, which is
holy shit. That was the hoped for reaction, and that's what we're getting. And so people are looking up and saying, wow, let's see. I mean, Yang is 6th, 5th, or 4th, depending upon, the poll, nationwide, and just raised 8 figures, and is going to play and is showing stratospheric growth in a way that other candidates are not. I did the math. I'm a numbers guy.